Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. One of the most highly requested videos, which makes sense, that I've received is kind of a twofold question. All right, Prof. We know you're not Seton. You're not Brian Grant. You're not KT1. You're not Karate Mike. You're not Rich the Man. I go on and on and on. You are, shall we say kindly, limited. Not in your roster, of course, but in your skill set. How many revives, potions, whatever is it going to cost me with a similar roster? And a lot of people watching this don't have a similar roster, and you got to take that into consideration. But let's say you've got a rank 4 Sig 200 Hercules, or at least a 6-star Awakened Hercules. Let's say you've got a Juggernaut, right? Let's say you've got, I don't know, a Captain Marvel. Let's say you've got a Scarlet Witch. Some of the best counters. How much is it going to take you? Well, I can tell you this, and this is all about RNG. When I started my Eternity of Pain journey on my account, I had 600 daily Thronebreaker free, not dailies, I should say, 4-hour crystals that I had saved up when I was Thronebreaker for about a year, right? I became Paragon in May of 2022. And then Paragon crystals I had over 1,000. I am down to 129 Paragon crystals and 0 Thronebreaker crystals, along with using the units to change my mastery setup a couple times, and all of the revives, almost all the revives and team revives I had in my overflow and storage, which was about, before the 4-hour crystals, like, I want to say at least 60 revives, counting the team revives. So I'm slowly building that back up. I have 1 level 1 revive and 2 level 2s. I haven't been this strapped for revives since maybe, I don't know, the Abyss. The tough part is those 4-hour crystals are kind of a scam now. I think the drop rates they've proven for revives have gotten even worse somehow. So they'll give you a ton of energy refills. Like I have, I just used a small energy refill, but I have 200 of those in my overflow. 200. But this is really the jarring thing. I have 80 full energy refills, thanks to Paragon dailies in my overflow. And on top of that, of course, this is going to help for Thronebreaker difficulty, I suppose, because that's what I need to do now. I have 245 level 4 health potions in my overflow, 31 level 5, and 20 level 3s. Now, keep in mind, if you do face that problem, you also have the Black ISO market if you haven't traded in some of these potions. But now I worry that I won't have a chance to trade in most of them before that resets, which is also something you should probably think about. And I, of course, did not. Okay, so let's just talk briefly about strategy. Now, I'm going to tell you what I did on this account, but you can do you, right? The A-Force and Alpha, it's all about Scarlet Witch. Every single Sig Stone that I gained from these milestones and trophy tokens in Battlegrounds has had one goal, and that is to put them into OG Scarlet Witch. She was at Sig 20 when this started. She's at Sig 176 now, and I anticipate I'll get at least another 2 6-star Sig Stones by the end of the weekend just from Battlegrounds milestones. So the Scarlet Witch effect is real. She is incredible and has not lost her utility at all. I would love to see a pre-patch 12.0 Scarlet Witch design in a 6-star. That'll never happen because she broke the game. But it was double Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel. That's the A-Force Alpha. Robot, I would say, is the easiest if you've got the right counters. In some ways, not counting the Hercules, of course, fights. But Warlock, Omega Sentinel, Ultron, those are champions that are amazing. Ultron is on my short list of champions that if I had landed on not a mutant but a tech, rank 4 to rank 5 rank up gym, I would have considered taking to rank 5. Because he's just the perfect champion. There are certain champions that are older, especially after some buffs, I think are the perfect champions all around. I put Hyperion in that list. I put Red Hulk in that list. Champions that maybe don't get mentioned at the top of their class, but they're still incredible. For the dimensional beings, again, this is another pretty easy one if you have the right champs. If you're blessed to have Cosmic Ghost Rider, I think Galactus, any dimensional champ is the third champ. Like, yeah, that's doable. And then the brother of mutants and thunderbolts, you might as well say this was sponsored by Juggernaut. And speaking of Juggernaut, I really do believe, because he currently is rank 3 for me, but I really do believe he deserves to go to rank 4. Like, he might be my next rank 4. Because I had Mr. Evan the Encyclopedia get to show up to a live stream for the first time in a long time. Really enjoyed seeing him there. And he is my MCOC Encyclopedia. And he said he's been using Juggernaut to clear content that has frustrated him for a long time. We're talking about all the way, I think, like Act 5, Act 6 even. So, as the game evolves, he's going to evolve like a fine wine. I talk about this with champs like Falcon, right? Champions that have unique abilities. Like, this is what Unstoppable Colossus should do, or at least be as good as, I guess, technically stoppable Colossus, but he's not. And so the Juggernaut buff is one of the best ones we've seen. We need to give Kabam a lot of credit for how they made him so much better. He was a joke for the longest time. He was a meme, and now he is a god in this game. And I think he's actually just going to keep going up on the tier list. The last time that I asked my subscribers to rank the top members of the class, believe it or not, Juggernaut did not make the top 17 to Mystic. It was Doom, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Rintra, Tigra, Diablo, Dragon Man, Black Ice Store, Scarlet Witch, Wiccan, Magic Hood, Longshot, Sorcerer Supreme, Symbiote Supreme, Sasquatch, Mojo, Ebony, Coleslaw, and Wong. I expect Juggernaut to fight for the top 10 now that we have more data. I certainly expect him to be in the top 15. That's kind of shocking, and yet I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to say anything else on this channel. So, Juggernaut, even if you have to use all 3 different Juggernauts, like, he is unbelievable. But just know, you can have the best roster, and I'm not going to say the best skills because I don't have the best skills, but even the best skills, you're still burning through a ton of revives. So, take it for what it is. Also, the best team is subjective, so that's up to you. But if you have all the options, that would be my recommendation. A lot of people have done it with a lot less than I did, and they have, I'm sure, great options. So this is just going to be something to watch and consider on the YouTube space, so to speak, when it comes to this content. I do want to give props again to Kabam as I wrap up this video. They could have made all the Chapter 3 challenges, I don't know if easier is a good way to put it, but certainly longer, right? They could have made it to where each path was like an abyss worth of work. And even if that would have saved some people on units, it would not have saved them on the most important commodity you have, which is time. So I think Kabam wanted the people at the top to have a realistic shot with enough units and revives, etc., to get their first rank 5 before 7 stars came into the game, because that's going to be a controversial moment in the community. And so I get it. I think it's a great thing they did, and certainly I benefited from it. Although I miss all those 4-hour crystals and revives. You know, it's like the ghost of 4-hour crystal past on this channel and on this account. All right, have a good one, YouTube. Hope that helps somebody. Thanks for watching.